But yeah, I really need to give my house some TLC. And I've just sprinkled a few white chocolate chips on top. And I need to sort out the fridge. There we go. So I wanted to touch a little bit more on the whole anxiety thing. Welcome back to a new video. We're going to have a reset day today. I am in desperate need of a reset in this house. I've just finished monthly kit packing, and as you know, the house always goes to pot just then. I've literally just sent the kits a couple of days ago, and I've been catching up on all my admin stuff. So today I've just written myself a real rough list. We need to clean downstairs. I need to hoover, dust. I need to clean out the fridge. I've got a few leftover bits that have been piling up. They need to come out. Sort out my studio. I really wanted to make some flapjacks. My plants need a little bit of TLC, and so do my nails. So that is on my list today, and I am going to be making, because it's busy and I am so tired. I'm going to make a really quick pasta dish tonight, so that's what we're going to do. I need to go and see a friend today. I'll be chatting a bit more in this video as well. I have a little bit of a chatty one, I think. But before I do that, I am going to get a start on the house, I think, and hoover and dust, because yesterday I meant to do it, and then I thought, oh, I'll just do it a little bit later, and I never got to it, and then I was really tired by the end of the afternoon, and I didn't do it. So I'm just going to jump start, because otherwise, if I go and see my friend now, I'm going to come home and then I won't feel like it. So I'm going to get the hoovering done, I think, and at least make a start. Washing's been done. Tumble dryer's on, washing's on the line, bathrooms were done yesterday, so I have made a start on that. But yeah, I really need to give my house some TLC. Let me know if you need to do a reset in your home, if it's inspired you just to go and do a few jobs. Let me know where you're at the moment. Really hope you enjoy this, and please do subscribe to my channel. It really helps my channel out. Thank you. So the studio isn't too bad, but it just needs a bit of a tidy up. Plus, I need to sort my kits out for next month. Tumble dryer is on, just a few bits and pieces in there. I also need to sort my flowers out. Louis bought flowers home for me from work the other day. They were freebies and they're starting to die over, so I'm going to change out that vase as well. And I've got loads and loads of hydrangeas. They're going crazy in the garden, so I'm going to cut some of those to switch over. Washing is on the line. That is my worst job. I absolutely hate putting washing on the line. I really hate it. Ade usually does it, but he's in the office today. Let me know what your worst house chore is that you absolutely dread. But none of that can go in the tumble, so I had no choice. Kitchen is tidy, just need to wash up the coffee mugs from this morning. Just realised I need to descale the fridge again. And I need to sort out the fridge, give that a tidy and clean. The hallway needs a good tidy as well. Lounge is nice and tidy, but it does need a good dust and hoover. The floor is, well, we've been coming in and out from the washing line. It's a bit grubby. And quite a few of my plants need a bit of TLC lately. They're looking a bit on the droopy side. I've just put this one up here thinking that some daylight might help it. It does not like sitting on the floor.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrow. This is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't really need no more.
I'm gonna address a few things, or chat about a few things in this vlog. First thing is going to be the rug. Now, ages ago, I joked about the fact that you'll know as soon as we lose Poppy, our little dog, because you'll notice there's new rugs in the house. And as you know, I made an announcement, or we made an announcement recently, last weekend I think it was, that we actually lost Poppy quite a few weeks ago now. And it's just taken us by surprise how much it's hit us. I really thought we were prepared with her being so old, and that although we'd be sad, we would be more accepting of it, and it's been the complete opposite. And actually, we haven't wanted to move any of her stuff. We've only just recently moved her bed out, but that's still upstairs now. We kept all her toys, her dog bowl's still there, and my messy rug. I cannot bring myself to move it. And I said to Ade today that I think I want it to come with us when we move as well. I think I want to try and get a really good cleaner on it. It just makes us think of her. It feels like her rug. So she was peeing loads the last few weeks on the rug. We've obviously cleaned it each time, but there are stains in areas which are now underneath the footstool. We moved it around, so this side is fine, but I would, if I could, I'd really like to clean it up and keep it. I do actually like the rug. It's obviously just marked in areas. So if you know, or if you've used any good carpet cleaner, if we don't have carpet in the house, apart from in our bedroom, which is a new carpet, we've never had carpet, so it's not something that I know anything about, to be honest. So if you could recommend anything that you think would work really well on a very light cream rug, I would really, really recommend that, because if I can save this rug, it would mean a lot to us. We would really like to take it with us. We have Louis home from uni at the moment. He's home for a few weeks before his next uni house is ready. And he's been working, and he keeps bringing home freebies from work, out of date things. And I just keep finding bits and pieces around the house, like the donuts in the background. And I come down in the morning and there's plates and that on the side. The kitchen sink might be full, but you know, I absolutely love it. It really feels like a family home again, and the little bits of mess, I'm actually really enjoying these next few weeks. Right, that's done. The sun is out. I'm walking down to see a friend now, so I'm going to go straight away, I think. So it's not forecast to rain, but it looks quite dark out there. But yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more when I'm on my walk. So as you know, I've spoken about it lots before, and I've mentioned it in our travel vlogs. I really struggle with anxiety, and I've really let it get the better of me these past few years, to the point that I haven't driven since COVID, and my little circle has got tinier and tinier. And apart from going out for walks with Aid, or just going out with Aid in general, I don't really go out anymore. I don't see many of my old friends anymore. And I've been really trying to change that, but it's really difficult when you feel so awful when you do something. However, we had some really sad news recently. A friend suddenly lost her husband. She's younger than us, and she works in our community. And I really think a lot of them, I really do. They've been really, really supportive of us the last few years. And I decided today that I was going to go and walk to see her, pick up some coffee and go and visit her. And this felt a real big deal for me. I know this sounds silly, but just walking into town just felt like a massive deal to me. I just felt so anxious as I was walking, even just walking into a coffee shop. I know that sounds really, really silly, but I don't do anything on my own anymore. And I really struggle when I do. But you know the situation when you just think, when you know we've been really stressed lately with the house move, and obviously with Poppy, and just so many other things. But you just always think there's so many people that are so much worse off than you. And today I just felt like this is something I need to do on a regular basis now. See my friend, pop in and have a chat for an hour, and take her some coffee and just give her some of my time. And hopefully this will help her. I just felt like it was the right thing to do, and I really pushed myself out of my boundaries today. So I felt really proud of myself, and I was really, really pleased to be able to catch up with her. Busy day. It's 10 to 4. I've got one item ticked off my list, but I have been and had coffee with a lovely friend, and that was very important. I've come home and I've just been doing admin all afternoon. I've ordered papers for my business, for my kits for August and September. I have got a video finished and uploading. Yeah, I've just been doing loads and loads of bits and pieces. I now, however, want to get on with the house. So let's go into the other room. So I've just taken my flapjack recipe out of my recipe book. It's in the little thing here. But I'm just thinking I might actually add it to my recipe file. So I think I'm going to do that. But I'm going to make these flapjacks now. I'd forgotten how much kids eat. I know he's not a kid, he's in his early 20s now. But he's always wanting to eat. So I'm trying to bake things just to have on hand for him to eat. So I think flapjacks will be a good one. Realised I've been following the gingerbread recipe and not the flapjack recipe. I got confused then when I had to add ginger. I've added seriously more golden syrup than I needed to, and I need to add a lot more margarine and sugar. Try again. Whoops, that went in quick. And sugar was supposed to be brown sugar. There we go. I think this recipe is it's quite forgiving though. And 500 grams of oats. Mix it all up. This is going to be delicious, and it's one of those snacks that's filling as well. The oven is on 160. I've lined a brownie tin here, so I'm just going to spread all this out and pat it into the corners. I have a question though. Do you get flapjacks in the States or anywhere else in the world where you live? Let me know if you have flapjacks where you live. And I've just sprinkled a few white chocolate chips on top. And this one is a really good one to eat out of the saucepan when it's done. It's hot though. I would choose this over cake batter any day. I'm just going to wash these bits up. I always wash up as I go along. I hate having a sink full of stuff. I very rarely leave anything overnight, or if I do, it might just be the mugs from our cup of tea before we go to bed. And while I was making the flapjacks, I had the descaler on the fridge. So I can clean that off now. And I'm going to clean the fridge out now as well. Right, let's start emptying. It's not a deep clean today, it's just a midweek wipe down. There we go, a quick wipe down. That looks so much better. And these are some leftovers we never got around to eating, just a few bits. I was actually going to put the rice out for the birds. I thought they might enjoy that. And I've just brought the washing in whilst I was feeding the birds, and I've taken the flapjacks out. And I'm just going to sit and fold the washing. I'll leave the flapjacks there to cool down before removing them because they're really soft. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in the States, so I was wondering if you get them overseas, or is it a very kind of British thing? I just love with the recipe that you can just add anything to it. I've added apples, I've added cinnamon, nuts, Nutella, jam. I like it sometimes when you do a layer of flapjack and then a filling of something and then more flapjack. Melted chocolate over the top once it's cooled down. You can just really play with it and yeah, do all sorts. And it's really, kids love it. I used to make it sugar-free when the kids were younger, and sort of like add banana to it and honey instead, because quite a lot of sugar goes into it. So I used to try and add it sort of more naturally. Obviously by adding like apples, it sweetens it as well. So there's all different ways you can do things, and it's a very affordable snack to make. I get my rolled oats from Lidl in a great big bag, and they're not very expensive at all. All right, that's my washing folded. Let's sort these flowers out next. Gerbras never last very long, do they? I could leave some of these. Let me have a see what I can do. There we go. How pretty do they look? All from the front garden. Even got a bit of ivy in there. I think they look really lovely. I've been running a home since I was a teenager, and I've always loved having fresh flowers in the house. It's just something really small that makes me really happy and always lifts my mood. I'm going to leave my recipe journal out. I love this thing because I don't want to forget to add it. I think it's a good one. It's my recipe journal's made for the kids so that they will always have our favourite recipes, and this flapjack one has always been a popular one. So I'm going to work on that. I may well actually keep that one for a Patreon video. That reminds me, I filmed a really good Patreon video recently. I went through all my vintage stash, all my vintage bits and pieces, buttons, lace, doilies. I went through so much stuff that I've had for absolutely years, and some of it is like proper vintage. My papers I went through. I just went through so much stuff. I've got like a little case and some baskets. So that video is over on my Patreon, in my Patreon community. I'll leave the link to that below. There's loads of other videos and loads of bits and pieces. But yeah, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I'll leave the link to that. I've got a little pile now. I want to work in my new home journal and my bucket list journal. So I'm going to leave those together. Next up before dinner, I'm going to sort my boxes out and just tidy up from last month's kit and bring over this next month's kit. So I wanted to touch a little bit more on the whole anxiety thing, because I know it's a common thing these days. And I don't think it's just these days. I remember having that feeling when the kids were younger, just trying to get out the house and just dealing with things and just having that feeling in my chest. But it wasn't, no, I don't think it was a thing back then. I don't know. It certainly wasn't something that was spoken about. And I didn't know that's what it was. But now obviously it's more recognised, which makes it easier because it must be then easier to deal with. However, I still don't know how to get mine under control. It's not all the time, but when it is there, it drives me insane. I've had it before where actually life has been almost perfect. Business was good, life was good, but I had the most really bad anxiety attacks, and it was waking me up in the night. It was just awful. I couldn't shift it, but it made it worse because I didn't know why. But at the moment, obviously, we've got a lot going on, but I even have it on holidays sometimes. Last trip was really, really bad, and it was affecting us getting out in the mornings because I was just so bad with it. And it affects us sometimes in the parks. Not every trip, but sometimes it's really bad and I just have to leave, and it's almost like I don't know how to deal with it, and we have to find quiet spots. But it drives me mad because I feel like it's something that has control of me and I can't control it, and I don't know how to deal with it. But yeah, so if anyone's got any tips, I don't want to go down the medication route. I'm not big into medication, so if it's something I can deal with more naturally. I know that there's apps and things, so maybe that's something I need to look at doing. I did used to take there's some Calm tablets, they're more herbal, and they did absolutely nothing for me. But yeah, I'm trying to gain back confidence. I had a stay with my sister recently. When my dad was over, Aid had to work, and I didn't want to miss out on the family time. And I had, I think, 2 or 3 nights with my sister. Aid did come up and see me in the evenings, but staying without him, even though it was at my sister's, was such a big deal for me because we hadn't been apart overnight since 2017. So just even things like walking today, I'm trying to break out of my comfort zone and stretch my boundaries and just do things every now and then. I went to London recently with Holly. Aid put me on the train, Holly met me off the train. But I'm really, really trying hard to combat this because it's such a horrible feeling, and I really, really feel for anybody else that deals with this as well, because it's not nice. I have found some really cute stuff for the August kit. Look at these paper clips. Little palm tree ones. I'm going to pop them in a little glassine bag as well, so you can use the glassine bags on your projects. And I had these postcards made. I drew the little suns, and we've got on there, everything's going to be okay. I have a nice summer kit in August, and I created the artwork for these stickers as well. Finding Paradise. That's what the kit's called. Sorry, I've just been chatting with Aidan. I meant to record this recipe. I'm just making a super quick 15-minute pasta dish. I've chopped up garlic and onions and red peppers. I'm going to chop up 3 tomatoes as well. And I've got super cheap Lidl spaghetti. I think it's something like 30 odd p a pack. This is going to be so delicious. I'm going to wait and put my basil in afterwards. And for my oil, I'm going to use some of the oil from sun-dried tomatoes. I'll just do it in the cap there so I don't add too much. And I'm just going to slice 3 large sun-dried tomatoes in there. In goes the tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm also going to add some Italian seasoning, some garlic salt and onion granules as well. And the best bit, I have got a piece of goat cheese with garlic and herbs. That's going to go in the middle. I think I ended up with about 4 meals out of that making pasta dishes. I'm going to mix all that up and put it in the oven for a few minutes. I think maybe I should have gone with a larger dish. There we go, quick change of heart, got larger dish. That's going in the oven until the spaghetti is ready. I've been very good at drinking water today. It's 5:45. I'm going to quickly clear up here. Clear up all the mess I have caused from making dinner. Then after dinner it will be really quick to clear up. It will just be a couple of pans there. And I'm going to give my mum a call as well. I always call a member of the family whilst I am fixing dinner or tidying up, because then you can get 2 things done at once. Hi Mum, how are you?
I'm fine.
If you love Italian food, you will love this. The smell from here is so good. I've drained off my spaghetti. I'm going to throw that in. And I'm going to give it a really good mix up. And I've got some grated cheese to go on as well, and some fresh basil and lots of seasoning. There we go. Aid loves pasta like this, where it's kind of coated in ingredients rather than coated and flooded in sauce. And I have deserved this half a glass of Pinot Grigio. Goes so perfectly with spaghetti. And that is my scruffy little list. I'm just left with plants and nails. By the way, I forgot to say, I just lifted the flapjack out of the tray. It's so much better if you can leave it to cool down, and definitely use the liner. It pops out so much easier. And we're gonna watch our latest Disney video. It's actually Blue Spring State Park. Because I do all the editing, so Aid doesn't get to see the videos,
I haven't seen it yet. I enjoy reliving the videos.
So we're gonna watch it together whilst we have dinner. I've just cut up the flapjacks. I think we're gonna try a bit before we go out on a walk. That dinner, wasn't that nice?
Oh, it was lovely.
That's what I said.
You said it wasn't that
No,
nice.
I said it wasn't that
lovely. That was good. Flapjack.
Perfect flapjack.
The memory card's going to go any second, so if this cuts off, bye.
Pasta was good.
It was a winner. That flapjack.
We're going out
Sorry.
for a walk now. We're on our evening walk. We're so good at doing these now. I think that's it with any type.
Look at me.
And you look lovely. Any type of new routine, once you get into it, it's just getting into a new habit. Once you've formed a habit, it's so much easier, isn't it? We're
agree.
really, really good at doing this now. I've already walked a couple of miles, and this walk we're doing is usually about 3.5 miles. But it's really, really helping with the weight loss lately, isn't it?
Yes.
That combined with healthier eating as well. I know we had pasta tonight, but like last night we had vegan chilies. There was no carbs in it. It was really healthy. We've been really good with our lunchtime meals as well. Today I had Rivitas.
I did have Norman croissant today.
You were in the office though.
I went to Starbucks.
But I'll give him this. He loves an English breakfast.
Yep.
And he purposely didn't go into the office for breakfast.
Well, I was there as
they have
going on.
They have a paid breakfast.
Yeah, so before we have like a bi-monthly meeting and we go in and have breakfast. Rather than the lunch, like rubbishy
it's quite
sandwiches.
Nice, though.
We have breakfast and it's normally full English and I do love that.
It's your favourite, isn't it?
But this morning I was thinking I've done so well these last sort of couple of weeks. I just want to keep going. We've got a weekend ahead of us that we're probably going to be indulging a little bit.
Yeah, we're going away this weekend.
So we thought, no, I want to make sensible choices. I can have breakfast another time, or the weekend.
But then a colleague bought him an almond croissant. Or did he bring you two?
No, I had a croissant for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
But not full English. And I then had one, went for coffee just before lunch.
Aww.
And had a croissant. They're nice.
Yeah, but you've been really good lately, haven't you? And you've lost half a stone.
Yes, over half a stone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that's just from exercising every day and sensible eating.
Do you know what does it as well? If you want to lose weight,
Yeah.
move house.
The stress. That's very true.
It's that same feeling before we go on holiday. Do you know before where we've actually kind of
You
gone
wake
away
up feeling
and we wake up like
anxious.
that and you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that. Move house and lose weight.
I've done really well with my list today. I've just got plants, which I can do when I get home, and my nails. I tried taking my acrylics off after dinner and I've removed my actual nails. They'd got quite long and it's pulled them off as well.
We end this one here at the moment, so we need to carry on walking, don't we?
Good morning. That reset day yesterday really did the trick. I feel like I've got a nice tidy house again and I'm back on track. I do need to go and do my nails though. I'm going to go and do that this morning. But thank you for hanging out with me yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the day and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Let me know what you're up to this weekend. We've got a vlog that we're sharing with you on Sunday. It's a cozy weekend and we are doing a big loft declutter as well. We found some really cool stuff again. It's amazing what you find when you have a declutter. Anyway, have a great weekend. Thank you very much and I will see you on Sunday. Take care. Bye.